Well, folks, I'm back. It seems like a long time since I made my last video. Certainly been a lot of miles. The title of the video uh, today, and I'll put it up as soon as I'm finished recording it, is Trying to Play in a Rigged System. Well, I drove 18 hours to get home as soon as possible to try to obtain a credit card so that I can rent a car in Australia next month. My bank refused me just before they closed on Wednesday, and I left late Wednesday night for my trip to Arkansas. My banker, with whom I have been dealing for several years, recommended some other institutions. I checked them out except for the one that does not have a local branch, Capital One. The Navy Credit Union she told me about does not accept anyone who is not in the military. The other one makes no guarantees. I also checked Discover It, which has to be done by mail only. And I need to add something here. Forgot some letters of a word. Um, Folks, I've already spent a good deal of money for the trip to Australia, but I do not want to be dependent on a single individual to get me where I want to go when it differs from my hostess's plans. I'm really feeling trapped by a rigged system that enslaves humanity. Does anyone have a viable solution? Yeah, I just came in from having another conversation with my son, and he says use buses, and it's much cheaper than renting a car for a month. And even though the prices in Australia seem to be less than what they are here, 3 weeks, I guess, is only 200 and some dollars, under $250 Australian money, which is even less than if it was U.S. money. In any case, I'm wanting to explore options because I really am looking forward to this trip uh, and meeting the people that I knew when I was part of the Swiss Indo delegation, and other friends that I've met online as a result of my videos. I know I have a lot of friends in Australia, and I don't want to be tied down to just my hostess's circle of friends. I want to be able to go and meet with some other people when the opportunity is there, and it will be there. And I'm asking for suggestions. Maybe somebody in Australia uh, would let me use a car once in a while, and I could give them some money for using the car, and I don't even have to rent a car. That would be a wonderful possibility, but I don't know if it exists. I haven't communicated it. I'm doing that now, and hoping that someone over in the down under uh, might be able to come up with some suggestions. I'm grateful also, I want to point out, for the people that have helped contribute. I still haven't even come close to covering the airfare, uh, but I'm appreciative of those who chip in a little bit here and a little bit there uh, to help with some of the expenses that are being incurred. Again, for those of you that don't remember, uh, I did sell a bunch of my stuff prior to losing my home, and lost a lot of stuff that I didn't get the opportunity to sell. But in any case, I have a little bit of a nest egg to hopefully get me a place to live. That's my own roof over my head when I get back from Australia. That's been my plan. But I have invitations, and I think I've said this in other videos. I have invitations to go to several other countries even. And I don't know how much travel I'm going to be able to do, but to me, having a car, being able to rent a car is essential. And as I said, they don't accept debit cards, and that's what I've been using. I don't use credit, except for the medical bills that were unpaid. There should be nothing that soils my credit record, except that I don't have one that's recent, for 15 years. So this is the predicament that I'm in, and I am looking for solutions and trying to get by in a system that, as I said in the title, is rigged. Uh, it's rigged by bankers for bankers to get you to uh, be part of their system. And I've been working for a number of years to get out of that system. And yet, how do you get out of it when you need to do something and it requires you being part of the system to do it, like renting a car? It's interesting because one of the things that I read said that you can't even pay for a flight on an airplane unless you have a credit card. But that's not true. I paid for that with my debit card, and it's a confirmed flight. And I've gotten all of my uh, driving or travel permits and international travel permits and other things that are needed. I've got the passport and all the things that are needed for the trip, including the visa for Australia. All of that's been already taken care of. But there's still some loose ends now as a result of wanting to rent a car when I'm over there, or at least have some kind of transportation. There's still some loose ends that need to be tied up and handled. And I'm hoping that some of you might come up with some viable suggestions for me uh, to help me out here. And I'm open. I'm open for that. I'm asking for that. And I'd like to get beyond talking about these things and talking about some of the things that are happening in the world. I still get lots of emails. I didn't check any of my non-Paradox Man emails the whole time I was gone because I can't put my accounts onto the new computer. It only allows me to put one onto the new computer. All the rests are still on the old computer, which again I didn't use the whole time I was on the trip. I had it, but I didn't unpack it. Uh, so anyway, I truly do hope to get back to making videos that have different content than asking for help. I don't like doing this, but I don't know how else to do it. I really don't. You all are my network. You are my friends, those of you that are and choose to be. And I'm asking you for some assistance and some suggestions that might be workable and viable for me on the upcoming trip. So thank you once again for listening and for um, hopefully helping me get by this rigged system and live uh, as much of a free life as I'm capable of living. Thank you very much, and namaste.